breakfast. And you know, St. Patty's Day is coming, and I am not Irish, I am Italian, but what I am going to show you is a deliciousness. And this is a beautiful, you can have this for breakfast as well as you can have this for lunch or dinner. But aspetta means to wait. I am going to go get the creamer out of the refrigerator, because what I'm going to show you today is a delicious little wonderful breakfast, lunch, or dinner little muffins. And what I've done is I have these little guys over here. I took these little papers and put them down here. What I am going to be utilizing today is I have about 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, however many muffins you're going to make. I am going to make 2 dozen because I'm going to be taking this deliciousness later to a St. Patty's party. It's all about the green. And I have my pajamas on, and of course I am drinking my coffee because it's early. Good morning, everybody. So what I have here is I have 6 eggs. I also have actually have 3/4 cups of cream that I'm going to put on the side right here. So that's going to be there. I'm not going to touch that. What I have done here is I have chopped some spinach, also some parsley. You can omit the spinach, but I have some spinach, parsley. Also I have some dill and also some cilantro. That's all in here because after all, it's all about being green, correct? Then what I did is I sliced some green onions. I have about 5 or 6, and I'm probably going to be using them all. And then what I've done here is I've taken these little tiny little wonderful little mozzarellas. You know, the Italian and me, the mozzarella. These little guys. I put a little bit of olive oil. I put some garlic powder, and I also put some spezies or red pepper flakes that I have here. And these wonderful little glasses right here, I can see you, not really, these are fake. Oh, we're gonna have fun, it's early in the morning. So what I have here is I have a zucchini, and what I've done is I cut them all the same size, okay? Because wait till I show you, this is gonna be fabulous. Also what I have here is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I also have sliced a wonderful jalapeno, and you know, it's going to be a little bit of spice. Yes, it's very good for you. Get your blood going, that's what my father would say. Then what I have here is I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, and I also have some spezies in here that I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with that later. I have a tablespoon, because you know we do have 6 eggs, I have a tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of granulated onion powder, and I have a good 1.5 tablespoons of oregano. And that's pretty much going to do it all for us. I am going to put these glasses to the side because I cannot wear these because I can't see with them. And then what I have here is I have quinoa and chia seed wraps. Quinoa, and this is gluten-free. And then what I'm going to show you that I'm going to do, even though I have these guys lined up with these little guys, I'm going to show you a little trick to make this very lovely. What I have done is I have cut out little rounds like these guys, and I have enough for that, but I want to show you how they are done. I have a little cup, you know, a little glass. So what you do is you take your little glass and you measure the size, you know, the size of the muffin. And these are going to be little ones because, you know, after all, they're going to go to a party. And then what I do with these is I just put it down like that. I take a little sharp knife. And then what I do is I just going to go around and around. Here we go. And there it goes. And then what you end up with is you end up with these little guys. See that? Super easy, super simple. Now I'm going to have that move out of my way because I'm not going to use that. And then what I want to bring your attention to is we have these little guys. And then we have these little guys. And then what I'm going to do with these little guys, even though I'm going to be using the paper because it makes it a lot easier and it makes it easy for people to use it that way. But if you're at home, if you don't have these little paper things, I would just oil the whole thing. So I'm still going to oil. Yes, I'm still going to put a little bit of oil. Let me show you how I'm doing this. I'm still going to oil because I want the flavor of the olive oil throughout the entire thing. You see what I'm doing? I am taking the paper and I'm just going like so. And then I'm going to take one of these little guys and I'm going to put this little guy in the bottom. So this is what you're doing. You're putting this little guy in the bottom like that. Okay? So then I'm going to do the same one. Very simple, very fast. It goes very quickly. Because wait till I show you how to do this. It's so wonderful and it's so tasty. Very, very tasty. Take this little guy, take the little paper, put him in the middle like that. And this is going to be like a little bread, you know, but it's a lot healthier. And everything I'm using is organic. And just kind of push them down. We're just going to continue to do this. I did not do this ahead of time because I wanted to show you how simple and easy this whole entire thing is. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to brush my papers first. And that's that. It's going to carry the beautiful deliciousness of the olive oil. That's the Italian part of me. And I do have wonderful friends that are from Ireland. And it's a wonderful holiday. The wonderful little St. Patty's Day. And I remember the story of St. Patty's Day, St. Patty, and he was a wonderful person, I guess. I really don't know much about him. I should have done a little more research. But you know what? It's early in the morning, and it's okay. So I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm almost done. See, it goes really fast, guys. Really fast. Very, very fast. So simple, so fast. And then this is going to keep, you know, the eggs, because, you know, when you're going to open this guys up. And don't worry about it if they're popping up. Don't you worry about a thing. Just continue to just get these oiled very, very well. If you get them in your hand, it's no big deal. You know what? In the old days, we would use olive oil to moisturize. And my mom, in the old days, she would wash my hair. And after she would wash my hair, she would put olive oil all over my hair. And my hair was beautiful and shiny when I was a little girl. All right, so now I'm done with the olive oil that gets out of that. And then now we're going to put these little guys. These little guys go in the middle, remember? Very simple, very fast. 1, 2. And then I'm just going to put them all over here. You know, some that don't look kind of round, you can just take your scissors and kind of cut them. You know, it's no big deal, because sometimes, you know, as you're trying to cut them around, they don't quite do their thing. And this is such a nice little trick. So then I'm just going to just push them and move them in. So I'm just going to get this and I'm just going to move it in like that. Just make sure that this little guy, these guys are down and they're pushed down. And, you know, if you're going to a St. Patty's Day party, these guys, you could just put them in the refrigerator after, you know, after they cool off. And then before you go to the party, you take them out. And then when they're served at the party, they're served cold. And they're delicious cold. So we're just going to push them down like so. Very easy transaction. Very easy. So then what we are going to do now, I'm just going to wipe my hands really quick, is I am going to take one slice of zucchini that goes on each one of them. Very simple transaction. It goes right in the middle. You know, and that is the Italian in me. But you know what? Who said that you can't have this, you know, on St. Patty's or on any other day? So this is what I've done. So pretty much what you're looking at so far is you're looking at something like this. All right, so then what you do to here is I am going to take a teaspoon of the green onions. That's going to go on each one of these guys, because these guys are little. If I was doing the bigger ones, and I'm going to show you how they came out, I would probably use some more green onions. And it's amazing because I have my oven now at 400 degrees, and these are going to go for about 10 to 15 minutes until they all get nice and bubbly and delicious. And this is 1 teaspoon. As you can see, I'm just using 1 little teaspoon on each one of them. Very simple transaction. Easy peasy. And then I'm just going to mix, you know, my herbs right here very, very well, because I want these herbs. And just with my hands, I'm just going to put a little pinch on each one of them, like so. Just a little pinch like so. And these guys are just getting all filled up, you know. And you know, when you have all this deliciousness and the flavors, because it's all about flavor. And these are such beautiful little green guys. I am using, I just, you know, the little papers are yellow. I didn't get green because, you know, I didn't want green and green because, you know, I just like different color. All right, so then now I'm done with this. So you see how simple it is? And then now if you have extra of this, put them in a little baggie, put a little paper towel in here, put them in your refrigerator, and it'll last 3 to 4 days, and you can have a beautiful frittata on the next day. So now I'm done with that. Boom, bada bam, ba, pina pa pam. Easy, easy peasy. So then now what I want to do over here is I'm going to take 2 of these little mozzarella babies, and I'm just going to put them right inside. 2 of these little mozzarella babies. They just go like that. It's super fast, super easy. And when you're working with this, make sure that you get everything on room temperature. And this mozzarella is going to melt. And now if you're going to do a bigger, I would suggest 3 to 4 of these little guys. And that's what's going to give the nice little cheesy flavor on each one. So 2 that goes on each one of these guys. 2 goes on each 2 of these guys. Oh, and wait till I show you how I am, how I'm going to present them. Oh, they're so cute. I just love these guys. You know, when you leave them in olive oil, you know, they just get all the flavors. So now that I am done with that. So what you're looking again is you're looking at something like this. Okay, so far so good? Good. I haven't lost anybody. All right, so then now get yourself one of these little guys because this is going to be quickly. We're going to leave the jalapenos and wait till I show you what we're going to do with the jalapenos. I'm going to move this out of the way. Again, I have my oven. And now to my eggs, I am going to add my cream that I have here, 3/4 cups of cream that I have here, like so. I'm just going to break the eggs. Okay, just break the eggs. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my garlic. I want to add my onion, and then I want to go like this to my wonderful, break it up to release all the oils, goes right into that. And then I have my salt and my species and my pepper, and then I just want to gently kind of mix this together. You see what I'm doing, guys? I'm just going to mix this together. This is what's going to give that wonderfulness to this. Look at this, look at this. And we're just going to continue, make sure that you get in, get them all in there. And I'm using all organic eggs. Oh, look at this. Look at these beautiful organic eggs. Oh, I'll tell you, for me, there's nothing better. I grew up with chickens, and my chickens, they were organic in those days. There was no words of organic in those days. We had chickens. The neighbors had the pigs. And then some of the neighbors had horses and cows, and you got your fresh milk, and you got everything from the neighbors. They all had their own businesses from their house. We had this one lady and this one guy that they made bread. They built a house. They lived upstairs, and downstairs they had they sold the bread, and that was la panaderia. And then sometimes, you got lucky. Maybe they made a bunch of other sweet stuff. So I just keep wanting. I am not going to do that thing. I just want to get them all incorporated very lovely like this. Very, very lovely like this. You see that? What I'm doing, incorporating it very, very lovely like that. Okay, so I just want to make sure, because I'm using cream and this gives it a beautiful deliciousness. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, look at that. Okay, so then that I have that, now I am going to bring these guys back over here. And then what I want to do now is I am done with this. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to come over here now, and I'm going to take a good scoop, maybe 2, to fill up my little cups. And then I'm going to do that the same. See, when you're working like this, it just, it's wonderful. I'm just going to do 1 first, and then I'll come back and do more. And, 6 eggs should do it. And then what you do, if you have extra eggs, guess what? You can save this for tomorrow. You can make more. I'm making little ones, so I'm probably not going to be using all of this egg. But it doesn't mean that I'm throwing my egg away. No, I have jars. My husband, he doesn't know what else because he keeps telling me, you have too many jars. And I want to continue to put this in. I want to fill these up, nicey. You know, I create my own words, and it's okay, you know, if they kind of get on here, get these guys moved up a little bit. Let me go grab a little, oh, you know what, I do have a piece of paper over here. So, you know, we can, that way it doesn't get on here. And then I'm going to continue to, you know, fill these little guys up. You know, these guys can take 2 good scoops. And what's going to happen is these guys are going to pop up. Yes, they're going to pop up. And then when, you know, you're going to think that they're going to go over, and sometimes they do go over, but don't stress about it. It's no big deal. You know, the egg police is not here today. So don't worry about it. And like I said, these little cheeses just sticking itself up. It's so cute. And then there's going to all melt in there all together. And it's, you know, it's very important, a 400-degree oven. And it's going to cook these guys. I usually don't like using paper. I just put them right on the tins because, you know, I'm old-fashioned that way. But because I am taking these guys somewhere, I'm going to keep them this way. Now, guys, these guys will puff up, and then when you take them out and you let them cool, they will settle. They will settle. So as you can see, you know, I'm still filling these guys up, even though it has the little paper. I don't really, and you know, don't worry about the papers. The paper's going to be fine. And I'm actually really using the entire 6 eggs, as you can see. I mean, these guys are nice and full. After all, you know, we want people to really buy into them when they're having that. And that goes the last bit right there. And then now to finish this little guy, I like to take a slice of a jalapeno, and I'm just going to put a slice right over that. Right over that. And you know, and then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put some of the garnish. And when you bite into it, you get that nice bite, the nice spice of that. Now, the jalapeno, I have seeded it, so it's not going to be super hot. And what I have found that the jalapeno makes such a lovely flavor. So what you are looking at, you know, you can add more if you want, but I don't want to burn everybody out. And it'll go really, really good in this party. So then what you're looking at, guys, is you're looking at something like this. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven right now. I'm going to put it on the bottom part, right there. And I'm going to have it on 13 minutes. Right, it's on 13 minutes. I'm going to turn this board over because what I'm going to show you is what they look like. And then what I have done here is when they come out looking like this. Let me bring it to you so you guys can see it. Do you see that? Do you see that? Doesn't that look fabulous? And then I'm going to grab one so I can show you the bottom part. See, the bottom has got the little paper. And now here's how they are. You see how beautiful they have risen? So then what I've done is I've taken some lettuce that I had put down, a few little tomatoes to make it look very pretty. And then, of course, you know, we're going to have to taste because it's breakfast. And I have this board that is clean on this side. And I'm just going to take this one. Oh, my God. Here, let me take this one because this one, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at the magic. The magic. The egg goes all the way to the bottom. And this is what it looks at the top. So you see it was risen and then it came down to look like that. And then if you want to open it up, this is what you're looking at. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? And let me tell you, when it comes out of the oven, it's all blue, 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 blue. And pretty much, guys, that's all I have for you this morning at my pajama breakfast. Please vote for me. I need every vote. Please, please, please vote. Help me to get to #1. And also, I want to thank my wonderful sponsors today, Dario Rodriguez with Life and Food Superstores. I also want to thank Stephen Bailey with Billy Fishing and Charters. I always want to thank Solangel with Color Street, and I have my green on. And then later, of course, I'm going to be all dressed up in my little green, even though I am not Irish, but there's a little bit of Irish in every single one of us. And I also want to thank my wonderful sponsor, Cola Harris with FARMASI. Oh, and I want to thank you for joining me on this St. Patty's pajama breakfast with me. I love every single one of you. Blessings, and what I bring to you is health, health, health. And look at this beautiful breakfast. Look at this beautiful breakfast. These wonderful things that I can't wait for my friends to taste it later today, along with some cupcakes, but then it's another day. All right, Bedlies, thank you. God bless every single one of you.